Hello, dear senior. Let's begin our gentle journey through the little corners of the body, places we often forget, but that quietly whisper for our care. And the first of these places is behind the ears. It may sound trivial, even amusing, but hear me out. That soft patch of skin behind your ears is a hidden pocket of warmth, a little haven where sweat, oil, and bacteria gather more often than we realize, especially as we age and become less active. Doctors have long noted that neglecting this area can lead to subtle infections, unpleasant odors, and, in some cases, skin irritation that spreads slowly without us noticing. But it's not just about hygiene, it's about dignity. Imagine sitting with your grandchildren or sharing a laugh with an old friend, knowing that your body has been treated with the quiet respect it deserves. Seniors who made it into their 90s often say the same thing. Take care of the small things and the big things follow. Cleaning behind your ears every day is like making a silent promise to yourself that you're still present, still deserving of good health, still capable of loving care. It takes less than a minute, yet it sends a powerful message to your body. I haven't forgotten you. So next time you're washing your face, pause for a breath, reach behind the ears, and give them the kindness they rarely receive. Your future self 5, 10, 20 years from now might just thank you for that tiny act of attention. And now let's move to the next forgotten area, one that's even closer to your heart. Number 1. Behind the ears. Let's begin our gentle journey through the little corners of the body, places we often forget, but that quietly whisper for our care. And the first of these places is behind the ears. It may sound trivial, even amusing, but hear me out. That soft patch of skin behind your ears is a hidden pocket of warmth, a little haven where sweat, oil, and bacteria gather more often than we realize, especially as we age and become less active. Doctors have long noted that neglecting this area can lead to subtle infections, unpleasant odors, and, in some cases, skin irritation that spreads slowly without us noticing. But it's not just about hygiene, it's about dignity. Imagine sitting with your grandchildren or sharing a laugh with an old friend, knowing that your body has been treated with the quiet respect it deserves. Seniors who've made it into their 90s often say the same thing. Take care of the small things, and the big things follow. Cleaning behind your ears every day is like making a silent promise to yourself that you're still present, still deserving of good health, still capable of loving care. It takes less than a minute, yet it sends a powerful message to your body. I haven't forgotten you. So next time you're washing your face, pause for a breath, reach behind the ears, and give them the kindness they rarely receive. Your future self 5, 10, 20 years from now might just thank you for that tiny act of attention. And now let's move to the next forgotten area, one that's even closer to your heart. Number 2. The belly button, navel, the forgotten center of the body. Now then, let's talk about a body part that most of us haven't given much thought to since the day we were born. Yes, the belly button. Strange, isn't it? That tiny hollow in the center of our torso was once our very lifeline, our first connection to nourishment, warmth, and life itself. And yet now, it often goes completely ignored, hidden beneath layers of clothing, gently folding skin, and time. But here's the truth. Dear friends, your belly button is more than just a souvenir from the womb. It's a warm, damp little nook perfect for collecting sweat, lint, dead skin cells, and bacteria. Some studies have found over 60 different types of microbes living in the average navel. It's like a tiny ecosystem, and if left unchecked, that ecosystem can turn into a bit of a jungle. For elderly individuals especially, a neglected belly button can become a breeding ground for fungal infections or odor. The skin around it can darken, become irritated, and in rare cases, even lead to small abscesses, silent but uncomfortable guests that no one invited. But here's the good news. It's incredibly easy to care for. A gentle clean each day with a damp cloth or cotton bud, followed by a soft pat dry, is all it takes. No harsh scrubbing, no chemicals, Just a moment of mindfulness. Think of it as honoring the center of your body, a quiet ritual, a way of saying, "Thank you, body, for carrying me this far." One sweet lady once told me, "I clean my navel like I'm polishing a pearl, it deserves it." And she was right. It's the little gestures like these that carry great meaning. They remind us that growing older doesn't mean we stop taking care. It means we know better what's worth caring for. Now then, shall we move to the third part? It's one that supports us every day but rarely gets our full attention. If this video brought a smile to your face or warmed your heart, don't forget to tap the like button. Number 3, between the toes, the silent space where trouble grows. All right, dear friends, let's take a little journey downward right to the very foundations of our body, our feet. Now, I know what you might be thinking. My feet aren't exactly the most glamorous part of me. And that's perfectly true. But oh, how they've served you. Decades of walking, balancing, tiptoeing, dancing, pacing, standing in queues, and carrying the whole weight of your life, and tucked quietly. Between those noble toes lies one of the most neglected spots in the human body. You see, the spaces between our toes are warm, dark, and often damp, especially if you wear socks or closed shoes all day. It's the perfect environment for bacteria and fungi to throw a little party of their own. And they do. That's why so many seniors suffer from athlete's foot, cracked skin, or even fungal nail infections, all starting from these quiet little gaps. Doctors often say the same thing. Clean between the toes like your independence depends on it. Because for many elderly individuals, an untreated foot infection can lead to balance issues, reduced mobility, and sadly, even hospitalization in some cases. But don't worry, it's not about scrubbing until you ache. Just a gentle wash, making sure to separate each toe and pat everything completely dry afterwards. That last part, drying, is the real key. Fungi adore moisture the way we adore a warm cup of tea. And here's a lovely habit to try. When you clean between your toes, whisper a little thanks to your feet for all the places they've taken you, for all the steps you've walked in love, in work, in hope. Because caring for your feet, and especially between the toes, isn't just about hygiene. It's about movement, freedom, the ability to walk to the window, to the garden, to the kitchen for your morning toast on your own. So don't let those tiny gaps become big problems. Treat them like treasured parts of the story that is you. Now, then, shall we continue? The next part hides in the folds of the body and often goes unnoticed, even by the most careful among us. Number 4, under the breast where warmth lives and so can irritation. Now, dear friends, let's talk about a part of the body that's often skipped in conversation, but never skipped by time, under the breast. Whether you're a woman, a gentleman with a fuller chest, or simply someone with gentle folds of skin from the passing years, this area matters more than you might think. It's a space where warmth gathers, where fabric rests, and where skin touches skin. And that, lovely as it sounds, creates a perfect little hideaway for moisture, bacteria, and friction. The result? Sometimes it's nothing more than a mild rash. Other times, it turns into redness, itching, or even fungal infections that sting and persist. Many older women, especially those with reduced mobility, find it difficult to clean under the breasts regularly. And yet, doctors say this area can be just as important as the face or hands when it comes to preventing infection. But here's the gentle truth. This isn't just about avoiding a rash. It's about how you feel in your own skin. You deserve to feel fresh, comfortable, at ease in your body, no matter what shape it has become. One elderly woman once told me, with a wink, "Under my breast is where my confidence lies. If it's dry and happy, so am I." A soft cloth, warm water, and a tender hand are all it takes. Some people use a bit of talcum-free powder afterwards. Others simply make sure the skin is fully dry and the bra, if worn, is clean and breathable. And if you're helping to love, One with their hygiene takes special care to treat this space with dignity. It's a private place, but one that deserves attention, not embarrassment. So here's to honoring the quiet folds of the body. They may not be seen by the world, but they're felt deeply by the one who lives in them. And you, my friend, deserve to feel cherished, from the top of your head to right beneath your heart. Shall we move on? The next one may surprise you. It's a spot most people think they're already cleaning, but often miss the most important step. Number 5. The scalp. More than just hair, the skin we forget. And now, let's travel upwards to the crown of the body, where thoughts are born and memories rest. Yes, let's talk about the scalp. At first glance, many of us assume that washing our hair means cleaning our scalp. We lather up, rinse off, and feel refreshed. But what if I told you that most of us miss the most important part? You see, the scalp isn't just a patch of skin hidden under hair. It's alive with blood vessels, nerves, and tiny pores. As we grow older, circulation to the scalp often slows down. The skin becomes drier, more sensitive, and for many, flakier. And if it's not gently but thoroughly cleaned, dead skin, oil, and even residue from shampoos can build up, leading to irritation, itching, and in some cases, infections. Some seniors struggle with scalp care because their arms don't quite reach the way they used to, or because they've lost some hair and think it no longer matters. But let me say this clearly, your scalp always matters. Clean scalp encourages better circulation. It helps regulate temperature. It can even influence how alert or relaxed you feel. And there's something else of truth that's more emotional than medical. When you massage your scalp, even briefly, you're reminding your head that it's not just a vessel of thought, but a living part of you that deserves kindness. One elderly gentleman I once met in Cornwall told me, "Every time I wash my scalp slowly, I feel like I'm comforting the boy I used to be, the one with wild hair and wild dreams." I never forgot that. So next time you bathe, don't rush through it. Take a few extra seconds. Use your fingertips, not just to scrub, but to connect. Feel the contours of your own head, as if you're remembering an old friend. Rinse well and dry gently, especially if hair has thinned with time. The scalp, dear one, carries the weight of your years. It's weathered sun and snow, joy and grief. Let's not forget it. And now for our final stop, we go to one of the most sensitive and private areas, but one that carries enormous importance, especially in later life. Number 6, the groin area, where dignity begins and must be gently protected. And now, dear friends, we arrive at the most intimate part of this journey, the groin area, the private region between our thighs, where the body carries out some of its most delicate work. It's a space many are shy to talk about, even in old age. Modesty lives on, and rightly so. But privacy should never mean neglect. In fact, caring for this area is one of the kindest acts of self-respect we can offer ourselves. You see, as we age, the skin in the groin becomes thinner, more fragile, and more vulnerable to irritation. For many, issues such as incontinence, sweating, or reduced mobility can make it harder to keep this area clean and dry. And yet, it is precisely this vulnerability that makes daily hygiene here so vital. Doctors often remind us, the groin is where problems quietly begin: rashes, fungal infections, even bed sores, especially if moisture is left to linger, or if synthetic undergarments trap heat. And let's not forget, for those who sit for long periods, friction in this area is almost constant. But the good news is just a gentle wash each day can prevent so much. No scrubbing, no harsh soaps, just warm water, a soft cloth, and slow, thoughtful care. And afterwards, a complete drying. Yes, complete, because moisture here is the root of so many troubles. And for our beloved elders who need assistance, let this be said clearly. Helping someone clean this area is not just an act of hygiene. It's an act of honor, a sacred duty. It must be done with tenderness, patience, and without an ounce of shame. I once heard a nurse say, "The groin is where dignity lives quietly, waiting to be protected." And she was right. When this part of the body is clean and comfortable, a person feels more confident, more at peace, even if no one else knows it. So, whether you do it yourself or someone helps you, let it be a moment of care, not discomfort. A ritual of kindness, not awkwardness. Because this isn't just about living longer. It's about living with grace, with comfort, with dignity. And there you have it, 6 parts of the body that deserve your attention, your care, and above all, your love. They've carried you through a lifetime. Now, let them feel how much they matter. So here we are, dear hearts. 6 places on the body that quietly ask for care, each one holding a little story, a little wisdom, and a little warning. But this video was never just about hygiene. No, it was about dignity, about kindness, about the truth that your body, even now, deserves attention, respect, and love. You see, as we age, many things change. Our pace slows, our skin thins, our hair grays. But one thing never changes, our right to feel clean, comfortable, and whole. It's not vanity, it's vitality. Taking care of your body isn't a burden, it's a form of gratitude. A way of saying, thank you for carrying me this far. Whether you're 60 or 90, every gentle wash is a small act of self-love. And if someone you love helps you with this care, let them. Let them honor you with their hands and their heart. Because accepting help is not weakness, it's trust. The great philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." And I believe that begins with how we treat ourselves, including our bodies, especially our bodies. So tonight, when you wash your face or lift your shirt or dry between your toes, do it slowly, tenderly, as if you were taking care of someone precious. Because you are not a burden. You are a blessing. And may every drop of water that touches your skin remind you, you are still here. You are still worthy. And your life, yes, your beautiful aging life is still unfolding. Thank you for being here with us. And remember, the path to a longer, healthier life often begins not with medicine, but with the simple decision to care.